Hi everyone, welcome to the channel, and shout out to T Marie Gamble for requesting more cooking videos. So today I'm going to show you 3 ways that I make my fried plantain. Well, first of all, you need the plantain. Make sure you get a plantain that is not so ripe. You want to get one that is not all brown. Next, you're going to need some salt, and then you're also going to need some vegetable oil. You can use any type of oil you want, but this is the type I use. The first thing you do is you cut off the 2 ends of the plantain, and then after you do that, you want to cut like 2 slits on one part, on opposite parts of the plantain. This will make it easy for you when you peel the plantain. The first method that I use is diagonal. So I cut the plantain diagonally, and I keep the sizes about 1/3 of an inch. And this is because if you make it too thick, it might make the plantain not fry well, and then you can also end up having burnt plantain. The second way that I cut my plantain is in a disc form, like circles, and this method, when I do it, is good for children, and my kids actually prefer it this size. And also keep in mind the size of the plantain, or the width of the plantain that you cut. Now that should be about 1/3 also. The third way I like cutting my plantain is cutting them into quarters. This is my favorite way. So what I do is I cut the plantain into half, then I take it and I cut it again into half. Once I've done that, you can see that it will now separate into 4 parts. What you want to do next is that you want to gather those parts together and start slicing the plantain. I like this method because it's great for parties. It gives you much more plantain, and it's cute. So now we're ready to fry the plantain. I have my sieve or colander or whatever you call it, and I'm going to line it up with paper towel, and this will soak up any excess oil. You're going to get your frying pan and fill it up to about 2 inches in depth. Next, it is now time to start putting the plantain in the pan. When putting the plantain, you want to make sure that you keep them separated so that they don't stick together. And just be very careful because the oil is hot and I don't want you guys to get burnt. Once you see the edges of the plantain turn brown, it is time to start flipping that plantain. Be very careful when flipping it, and you can choose to flip it with a fork, you can flip it with a spatula, whatever you use. Be very careful. Once you've flipped it all, this is what it's gonna look like. After a few minutes, your plantain should be ready. So you want to just take it and drain the oil a little bit, and then transfer it onto the prepared drain area. So that is pretty much it when it comes to making plantain. I love making this. There's also another way you can make it without the oil, but this is how my family prefers to make their fried plantain, because some people actually bake it. So yeah, so please share with us how you make your plantain. This day I was going to have some Nigerian beans ewariro, so I had my plantain with some ewariro. But you can eat plantain any time of the day. You can eat it as a snack. You can also eat it with other meals combination. So have fun creating your plantain, and here are some recipes that I eat my plantain with. So for example, I eat it with geese dodo, with fried plantain, of course with my beans, and you can also choose to eat it plain or with some Nigerian stew. So don't forget to click the subscribe button and click those recipes. Bye.